Alright, what's up guys? So we're here for another Dokkan Battle video. Today we are going to be taking a look at the new Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta Daima Mini. Right, so this is the new character that just came out the other day. Fortunate enough, during our summons, we were able to pull a couple copies. Right, so mine's at 79%. So we're going to take this guy into an event or two, kind of see how he does, playing around with him a little bit offline, and I'd say I really do like him. He's a pretty good little tank. He can get caught here and there, so for me, the build I kind of went with this guy is more dodge and defensive, so that way during some of these harder events where the boss does cancel dodge, that defense might help him out just a little bit more, so to keep him from just getting blasted away. Right, so he has damage reduction pretty much built into his kit, very high. Right, so we have his basic is at 50%, having him as the first attacker, which is basically where you want him. Right, he's going to have another 20%. And being that first attack slot, he will also have another 30% of critical, right? And then when he first enters the battle, for that first turn, he's going to have an additional 20% damage reduction, and he'll be able to see enemy super attacks for that first turn. So at that point, he's going to have the most damage reduction he will the entire fight. So if that super ends up being up at the front, you can put him right in slot 1, tank that super, and be good to go. So this guy does want to get hit, right? So after receiving attacks, he's going to launch an additional super, and then after receiving a super attack, he will launch another super. And this is important because for his super attack effect, he does raise his attack and defense by 33% for 3 turns. Right, so this is going to build up his defense a lot. Not only does it do that, he also supports, so he's going to raise his allies' defense by 33% for that same turn. Right, so the more he attacks, the beefier he gets, but also he helps the team out to keep them a little more safe. Right, so I think what we're going to do is we will hop into an event. I think we're going to take on the Goku Story God Destruction Beerus event. This guy hits pretty hard. His super attacks will do criticals every time, so we're going to really be able to test out Vegeta's defensive abilities here. Alright, so we don't have Vegeta here on the first rotation, but we do have Daima Goku, who is very good at evasive, right? So he does have that damage reduction from that first turn, and he will be dodging a lot. I have put quite a bit of dodge. He's a 79% unit for me. Put quite a few dodge into him. So we are going to go ahead and we'll set up like this. There you go. Dodging. Dodging like a champ. These animations from the Daima anime look amazing in this game. Dodging supers. Perfect. That super would have probably obliterated him. There we go, Vegeta getting his stacks in. Every super he does is going to be raising up his attack. He's going to be hitting harder and harder. Eventually get that Gogeta out. be able to use him, maybe buff up the Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta. We'll kind of see what the stats look like there if we can get to it. Go. This unit's still really good too. Good tank. Can take hits pretty well. Alright, yep, another additional normal. Okay. That intro is pretty tight, not gonna lie. Yeah, when that happened in the show, ooh, look at the sprite animation. He's a bad dude. Alright, so we're gonna keep him up front. We're gonna take the attack. There's a super attack coming in. So we'll see. So he won't get that additional attack from the super attack because it's coming in after he attacks. But he will get an additional super from taking the normal up front. Yep, there we go. So that'll proc at least one additional super. And remember, with every super he's doing, he is raising up his defense, and he is raising up the defense of the rest of the team. So we'll see how he takes this super. Yep, okay. He's at 90% damage reduction, 2 supers in. Yeah. So his first turn he's going to be pretty nuts. He's going to be pretty tanky, pretty impossible to kill. I shouldn't say impossible. There's going to be events, I'm sure, later on that can hit this dude pretty hard, but for now he's looking good. Let's see how we get when we get deeper in the event. Alright. Goku getting his stacks in there as well.
It's about time I got a chance to fight. It's pretty obvious you're not going to defeat him by yourself.
I love that unit. That was one of my favorite units to come out, definitely during that year, and have been highly anticipating their EZA, which has recently dropped, and they are extremely good now. So I think we might actually, because their first turn, they're pretty tanky. So we might do here. This might be a little risky, but I don't really want to float them off. So we're gonna see how this plays out for us here. Yep, they're gonna tank these easy. Okay, no super. Yeah, I was wondering how they would do if they had type disadvantage critical super hit them in that first turn. But I guess we won't be seeing that. And again, this is another stacking character, so every attack they're doing, they're stacking. They're gonna be hitting harder, than be getting tankier. And then once we're able to transform them, they're going to be doing a bunch of attacks, hitting super hard. additional normal. Okay. Yep. Okay. Hopefully Goku can dodge his attacks in the back. Didn't dodge that one, and he does that one. Nice. Okay.
Vegeta! Mind your own business, Kakarot.
Yeah, I get it. I've never faced someone this strong before. I'm getting excited.
Alright, so the next time we come back to this rotation, they are going to be able to transform to Gogeta. There are no attacks up front. Okay, so he's not going to be getting in those additionals. So we will go ahead and just do this. Vegeta will be really fine. And Vegeta's good there. Okay. So, let's see what he's doing here. Good, good, good. Stacking up his defense even more. Okay, additional normal. Yeah, so I've pretty much balanced out this Vegeta. Like I said, a lot of dodge, a lot of defense, but I've also thrown in quite a few additional as well to try to help proc those additional super attacks. So that way he can continue to raise his defense and then provide more support to his team. Right now he's doing just fine. Had good luck for a good run so far, but not so good luck for a showcase of him. And then keep in mind too, we also do need him to do multiple supers to be able to get his active off, right? To go to that Gallic gun. Because once he does that, he needs 5 or more supers in battle, and then he'll be able to greatly raise his attack by 33% for 1 turn, right? Which is going to make him hit pretty hard.
This energy. Could it be Vegeta? Yes! I knew it with you!
Kakarot!
Alright, so right here, we could go into Vegeta. However, I'm afraid that if we do that, he might be doing enough to kill. And we want to see Vegeta do some more on the next turn. So I think what we're going to do... just to get rid of this turn and not worry about it, we will go ahead and use Veku.
I'm gonna send you straight to hell!
Okay. So that erases all the attacks from the enemy for that turn. It was also pretty funny to watch. I don't really get to see it that often. I'm usually throwing Gogeta and Vegeta out there just to try to steamroll through these events. It's a little more entertaining to watch it happen that way. So we'll go ahead. We'll keep Goku up front. We'll do a bunch of attacks. Do that. And we're not going to transform them yet. There's no need, right? There's no attacks coming in. There's no nothing. Let them go in. Let them stack more. They come back. We'll transform if Beerus is still alive. We'll see. Although this Beerus is pretty tanky, so without that Vegeta out, it might take a little while, but we're dwindling him down. How many supers have we done with Vegeta? 4? 5? 4? I guess we're gonna find out in the next turn if we're able to do the active skill or not. If we can do the active, I'm going to get Gogeta out there and use his buff and kind of see what all we can do with that. Alright, see what kind of numbers we can put up there. These guys are just out there throttling Beerus. Although now we're getting to that below 50%, right? So now he's gonna hit a little harder. So, yep, there it is. That's the proc. Nope, we have not gotten it yet. All right. What we will do though, so we can see it in the video, is we will use Goku's active and get to watch this. I'm telling you, the animation from the show into the game is beautiful. It looks just like watching the show. The animation has been amazing throughout the entirety of Daima. Alright, so we don't have his active, so I don't want to use Gogeta yet. So we are getting a bunch of attacks up front, so this will give us a chance to kind of look a little bit more at Vegeta here. See how he tanks against Beerus without the additional support from Gogeta. Oh, and he dodges. Alright. Well, don't have to worry about that. Though, again, because he dodges the super attack, we will not be getting the guaranteed additional super from that. But he did take a normal attack, so we are getting at least one additional super here. And there we go. Nice. There's a crit. And potential normal. Go. Just dwindling them away. Easy enough. Okay. And a dodge. Nice. Okay, so I'm not too worried about it because we do have the revive in case something goes horribly south here. What we can do is we will actually, since we don't want to bring Vegeta out because we don't want Vegeta to kill Beerus. We want to see a little bit more from the Vegeta. I'm going to go ahead and crush the Potara so we can raise our defense up a little bit more. And then we also get that animation in here, right? Be able to see that.
Some things are more important than victory. These just aren't right for us.
Well said, Kakarot. Spoken like a true Saiyan.
Cord popped out. There it goes. So, go ahead and do this.
I'll hit you with an attack you won't be able to destroy. This is everything I've got.
Alright, so now he's already attacked. So not too worried about him getting hit here. Switch him back. So we'll go ahead and just do this. Don't really care about them attacking too much. Just trying to get to the next turn. Get Vegeta back out here. Oh, dodge a super. We have dodged every super Beerus has tried to throw on us on in this battle. That is not my typical luck when trying to run through these stages, especially when I'm playing around with different units. Usually, they come out and they just mollywop the absolute shit out of everything I'm trying to do. But I'm not gonna jinx the luck here. And my only wonder is Gogeta gonna kill him with his active? Guessing no, right? Okay, so Vegeta's able to do his. So we're gonna do this.
Goku nor Vegeta. I'm the one who's gonna take you down. This is the greatest fusion of all! I'm gonna send you back to hell!
Yeah, okay. Cool. So now with that buff up, so he's doing, alright, he's granting his rotation, additional attack and defense, plus 54%. Right, so that's going to juice up Vegeta's Gallic gun here. So let's go ahead and hit this. We got a super tech up front too. Let's see how this goes. $27 million, not bad. This guy is 79%, right? So he's not a full rainbowed out unit, but he's not 55%. He's kind of in that middle range with both of his primary paths being open, right? So he's going to hit a little bit harder. He's going to have a little bit more defense, but he's still not at his peak potential. But right now, I think he's doing pretty good. So we're going to have him right here. He's getting the additional defense from Gogeta, and we've got this super coming in. So let's see how he does here. All right, so we're going to do this. Hit here. Hit here, and this is either game over. We're going to find out. He's not dodging. All right, so we're going to see what happens here. Oh, 37,000 on a crit. That's it. That was all? Dog. 24 million. Super. Critical. Atta boy. Well, safe to say I think he does pretty well, right? It tanks pretty well. This is just one event, right? There are some other events that we can take on that are going to be a little tougher. Probably put him in a little tighter of a spot. But for today, I think that is good, right? Just kind of see how he did at that 79%. I think he performed pretty well. I think he did really, really good. Dodge a lot of his supers, right? So that dodge build's coming in handy here. There are, like I said, there are events later on that are harder, hit harder, and cancel dodge. So those are going to be the ones to really see kind of how he does. So next video I do, we'll probably be taking him into one of those harder events and kind of seeing how he does against those dodge canceling bosses and how he's tanking everything there. But for today, I think that's good. Alright, so that was our video today on Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta Mini Daima. Strong tanking unit, takes hits really well. He took a critical from Beerus for 37,000, I think it was, is what it said. Granted, he did have another buff from Gogeta, but you know, when you're running these units, you're running harder events, you're probably going to run them like that. So that's kind of the way I'm going to keep it. I'm not going to put him out there to just get smacked around in a team that you wouldn't run him on typically, right? So for today, I think that's good. Next video, I think we will try to run him through a tougher event. Maybe I've heard the Golden Frieza event's pretty hard. The new Super Saiyan Blue Goku I heard is really hard, and I know he cancels dodge. So maybe we'll take him in there. That might be a little bit of a longer video. So that'll be fun to do. But for today, thank you guys for hanging out with me, checking out this unit. Like, subscribe, do the thing, right? And I will see you guys in the next video. See ya!